Merry Spotify Day, hey? Got some curry here to celebrate that my girlfriend cooked. Shout out, Lizzie. Yep. Fucking naan sandwich. Sounds white as fuck. Slaps though. Can't hate on, bro. 25% Indian, right? It's good enough. But yeah, 2022. What a fucking year, right? On the Gym Horde side, let's look at the statistics that Spotify has so kindly provided me with about you guys, and you're listening to the Horde. So we have 7.7k streams in total. It's pretty good, man. A lot of that came from playlists, and I never paid for playlist payment, but I was able to get on like a few of them for free just by kind of fucking them over a little bit. Because, you know, I don't want to pay for some scams, so how authentic all those streams are, it is what it is, man. But like, regardless, the numbers are good. 3.4 thousand listeners in 97 different countries. We are not that big in Australia, apparently. My top country is America. Once again, I don't know if that's the result of the playlist, but it is what it is. Shit. 200 hours. You guys, Boy and Astra slaps, right? With majority of the streams going towards that and Suburban Love Trash. However, I haven't really released that much music this year. It was only, Trapped in the Rat Race, Suburban Love Trash, the slowed and reverb version of that barely got any streams. That was kind of a flop. And Norishem, which, you know, personally speaking, I fucking love Norishem, but I don't think it did commercially too well. I think it was me doing something very out of the ordinary, and as a single, it didn't... I don't know. I love it. I feel like that's what I'm trying to do. I don't really just want to make safe radio bangers. I want to do these really weird and absurd kind of tracks that really get into the world of just the character and the feeling. The emotion. Norishem was clearly about someone going through a religious sort of debate in the sense of should I not. It's a battle between one's ego and how to humble that, and it's obviously based off Norishem, the World of Warcraft character, who kind of does the same story. It's almost like if World of Warcraft was a Bible, it's like a retelling of one of the passages, but of course it's just a video game. What about outside of music? Because, you know, I've done a lot of other stuff and just lived a lot this year. 2022 for Gym Horde as much as for Samuel Hinton was a hard one, man. Fuck, like, I thought 2021 was pretty intense with just, like, moving to a new state, going through, like, 4 lockdowns, going through a huge one in Melbourne, and, like, just, you know, it was exciting because I guess I was meeting new people, got to live in a new state, you know, like, sort of meeting someone again and having a girlfriend again was a beautiful experience, and I'm very grateful for that, and to still be with her is pretty awesome. But, you know, talking about 2022... the goods, you know, I finally quit smoking. I very rarely, I might have like a cigarette if I'm drunk, like one a fortnight or some shit. So I don't really say I smoke anymore, which I'm very, very proud of myself. That took so much willpower and so hard, so fucking hard. But I can reap the benefits of that. And, you know, the fact that I've stopped smoking, I'm gymming like 4 to 5 times a week. You know, I'm so fucking proud of myself for that side. And the physical side of myself, I feel like I've never been in better shape. I've never been stronger. I've never been this like just rageful and have this much energy. And I think that is because I don't smoke anymore. You know, you just have so much more like your heart's actually pumping blood as like a 22-year-old man. But, you know, that's just the good. The bad things have been pretty hard, man. Like a lot of personal stuff, a lot of self-realization that, you know, my negative habits I thought were linked towards smoking. But I feel like in a way when I quit, it was very reactive and they were kind of like, in a way, maybe smoking numbed a lot of them, but now that I don't have that kind of like escapism as much, because that was a very easy one to escape with, yeah, I just think it's trying to replace that with healthy stuff like meditation, reading, you know, trying to bring that back into my life, and I'm doing alright with that, but, you know, addiction's definitely been a hard one. I feel like, in a way, I've like rerouted to alcohol a lot more. Like, I never drank this much in my life as I do now, which is kind of concerning, and like, you know, it's definitely something going into the next year that I realize, like, as a 22-year-old guy, like, I don't want to not drink. That's fucking, you know, that's just kind of unrealistic, especially when you want to meet people, make friends and shit. Most people just tend to drink, and, like, I enjoy drinking. Like, I've worked in hospital, and I've learned a lot more about alcohol, and I feel like there is some beauty to that. But, yeah, the negative definitely shines more than the positive when it comes to that, and I've seen that ruin a lot of friendships or like potential friendships on my side because I've just acted like a dickhead. And that's definitely something that I feel like throughout the year I've had the same epiphany like 5 times and then just done the same shit. So that's definitely something going forward I need to change, or else I'm just gonna be as bad as smoking. So yeah, and just a lot of other stuff with like relationships, all that, like friendships. It's just been a tough year and just feeling a bit like lost and kind of unmotivated with music and just art because of the reality that I probably won't make it. It fucking sucks, but it is what it is, shit. Like, but just, trying to figure out what else there is if you can't work in a creative field or you can't do your own thing is kind of depressing, especially when I'm still at uni and I'm like, I don't even really want to study this degree anymore, but I've got I might as well just finish it. And even like just starting to hate fucking hospitality. I'm just kind of sick of it. I'm just sick of doing like the same shit over and over. Like, it's just a boring ass industry after a while. Like, it was fun for a little bit, but now I'm just like, fuck, like I want more. And yeah, 2023, I hope, will be the best year of my fucking life because I've actually got the EP. Like, I've got so much stories to tell, and I'm sure you can tell that if you look at my Instagram with the beer fed rodent. This is my true entry into music. I feel like ever since just everything that was just been teasing moments before a million. It's just random singles with their own little world and their own little stories. But this is going to be a crazy story. It's not even just like, it's so much more than music. Like, this is poetry, verse, like this is fucking everything. The beer fed rodent is a world. And I can't wait to take you all there next year. Yeah, I guess on the more positive side, the highlight of the year was definitely going back home for like 2 months and just seeing all my like brothers, my family, and just the people that raised me, and like that really evoked the beauty of Suburban Love Trash. I think that was, even though I prefer Norishen as a song, I think Suburban Love Trash and what that represents for all my friends and all my family, like they can listen to it the same way I can listen to it and have that sort of like comfort in a time we no longer live in. And it brings us all back to the good times in like 2018, 2019 when we just party and drinking. And I feel like, things have changed, and that's life, man. Reality can suck, but it's not a negative thing, There's so much to look forward, and we're getting older, and, that's cool in a way, and like we should be proud of that. But yeah, I think going home and just even performing with Laser Gator, doing some open mics, just recording some stuff, like that was sick, and I feel like I'm so grateful I got to do that. I'm coming back on Christmas 25th, right? And me and your boy Alaska, a Melbourne-based artist I've worked with, great guy, man. Very original, love his shit. We are doing a show on the 29th, so we'll announce that very soon, but that's going to be awesome. And we got some other stuff in Melbourne. But yeah, that was definitely the highlight of the year, just being back in Perth, being just in my space. It really helped me figure some stuff out. And I think now that I'm feeling that same sense of sort of confusion and loss and a bit like spiritually all over the place, coming back home again will kind of help me realize some stuff, and I'm looking forward to that. But where does that leave us? Because I don't want to end this on such a like morbid note, and it's kind of a little bit depressing and reflection of my reality, right? I'm not in the best place I've ever been in my life, but I'm doing alright. We got one more single for the year. Beautiful song. Worked with this producer. It's been so long. I first conceptualized this in like 2022. It just feels like it's taken forever, but it truly is because we are trying to make this just as fucking awesome as possible. Like, it's gone through so many verses, so many rewrites, so many changes, and I'm like, it is just sounding sick. It's so unique, and it's just, once again, like, it's not just a boring ass fucking song that's being designed just to make money or some shit. Like, it's not safe. I'm not going safe. That's never my option, man. I'm doing Jim Horde authentically. I am an artist that you can only listen to. You can't go to someone else and be like, man, that sounds the exact same as Jim Horde, because there's nobody out there. That's what I'm going for, man. Jim Horde is its own sound, influenced by everything else. Spoken word, hip-hop, fucking lo-fi, rock, punk. Like, we are everything. We are combining this fucking ball of madness. And the Beer Fed Rodent is going to be that exactly. There is no song on this album that sounds the same. They are all different genres. They are all crazily different, and they all tell a beautiful story of my self-destruction, my hedonist tendencies, and my own problems with masculinity. And that is the future. 16th of December, Are We Living Right? The first single from the Beer Fed Rodent will unleash itself from the world, and you will fucking be like, damn, that slaps, and I'm gonna fucking go to the gym. But fuck yeah, I just want to say once again, thank you everybody for listening, for being part of this, for actually giving me a chance, you know, like, my whole life I've just been like, oh, I'm kind of a fucking idiot, like, what am I doing, like, you know, I've been pretty, like, unmotivated, like, just kind of the kid that fucked around class clown, but I always found comfort in my stories and my art, and I'm so privileged and lucky that I can actually release that, regardless of its reach, like, just, I'm so grateful that I have creative juice, because that keeps me alive, man. Thank you so much for being part of Gym Horde, and 2023. See you there.